Welcome and thank you for joining us on This Week in the Valley. Our show features people and events that are making a difference where we live, right here in North Missouri. I'm Donna Bell.
And I'm Darren Elazaris. We have a great show for you, and joining us this week are Debbie Hartung with Ray of Hope, several Oktoberfest committee members from Immaculate Conception School in Macon, Sharon Kennison with Hands for Hope. The Community Child Development Center in Macon received a generous gift from Onshore Outsourcing, and Atlanta PTO presents Big Wheels, and CVTV was there.
We have a great show for you, but this week we close out the month of September and turn the page on the calendar. October is a great month for many reasons, but for us here at Sheridan Valley, it's a time to celebrate National Cooperative Month.
Members from more than 29,000 cooperatives nationwide celebrate the advantages of cooperative membership and recognize the benefits and values co-ops bring to their members and communities.
Cooperatives are important because we reinvest in the communities we serve and strive to enhance the quality of life in our areas.
Co-ops are owned and democratically controlled by their members, the people who use the services. Co-op members elect the board members from within the membership, as we did at our annual membership meeting in Salisbury last month.
We spoke with several members at the annual meeting, and this is what they had to say about their Sheridan Valley membership.
All right. Well, I'm here with Dorothy Carpenter, a co-op member for how many years?
Since 1990.
Since 1990. Well, you're kind of new in the area, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care to a lot of these people, I'm sure.
Yeah. Where do you live?
Lake Nahe.
Oh, Lake Nahe. You're one of our retirees into it then. Kind of come to the good life of Lake Nahe.
Well, my husband and I built a little store across when we retired, so we really didn't retire until 2000.
Well, where did you live most of your life at?
Independence.
Independence, Missouri.
Exactly.
All right. Did you were you in a co-op over there?
Oh, no.
No.
They don't have anything like this.
No co-op.
No. I think it's great, and you get money back. When we sold our little store, well, between Macon Electric and this, we got like $5,000.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty. That's saying something.
Yes, it is, and you get very good service. We've always had good service.
So you're in electric cooperative too, huh?
Yeah, Macon Electric. Yes. Right.
Well, Dorothy, I thank you much for talking to me.
I think what we have is in this area is fantastic because that's all locally owned, and we get a little piece of that back, and that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And
tonight you get to vote for the board members.
We get to go for our choice. And sometimes that choice is really close. Kind of like our farm bill here a while back, and they're not done with it yet, but it's close. So every vote does count.
Every vote counts. And so do you know some of these people that are running for the board?
Yes, I do.
You do. So your vote's already in there in the ballot box.
Well, to a certain extent. Yeah. Because I've known these people quite a while, and I'm not familiar with some of them out of the other area, but when they talk to us tonight, I guess we'll make that determination too.
So you're holding your ballot until after the speeches?
Yep, yeah, because I've done that before, and it's too late to change.
All right. Well, thank you much for talking to me.
Well, we thank you for doing what you're doing.
Well, you're welcome.
And we appreciate Sheridan Valley. We think we do great with it. So
what do you think about the whole idea of cooperatives?
Oh, I think they're great. Definitely. I think
It seems to help smaller communities.
Yes. And it's ran by the people, so you can't get any better than that.
That's right. Of the people, by the people, and for the people. Better than our government these days.
Oh, we won't go there.
All right. Well, was the meal good?
Yes, very good.
Excellent. We had the brisket and the cheesy potatoes were awesome.
All right. I'll give you the recipe after a while.
Sounds good.
Cooperatives return surplus revenues to members proportionate to their use of the cooperative. We are motivated not by profit, but by service to meet our members' needs for affordable and high-quality services. Co-ops exist to serve their members.
Sheridan Valley is proud to be your local, trusted telephone co-op. We are here to serve you, and we thank you for your commitment and support over the years.
And we look forward to your continued support for many years to come.
Absolutely. Ray of Hope Pregnancy Care Ministries of Macon and Shelby counties, located in Macon, provides a support to women and teens during times of unplanned pregnancies.
Our first guest, Debbie Hartung, director with Ray of Hope, joins us now with more information.
So Debbie, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And
Thank you for coming.
Oh yeah, I love being here. This is like a great place. It's got all kinds of neat things for babies. So
yeah, lots of colors going on and lots of TLC in here. We have our Afghans made by church ladies, and we have the quilts, and we have quilts from an organization called Project Linus that have brought us some homemade quilts too, and all of these things are donated in here. The diapers and the clothes and most all of the bottles and baby shampoo and all that is donated. That's what we survive on.
Well, let's first talk about what Ray of Hope is and what
Okay.
you offer to the community.
Okay. We are nonprofit 501c3. We are a pregnancy center, but we also offer our services to not only unplanned pregnancy moms, but we also we have actually several, we have a couple of single dads that we are giving our classes to. We have some married couples that are coming in, and they are just needing the help of the services. They're liking the education as well, but they're needing help with the diapers situation and the baby wash and clothes, because like everybody else, they're having hard time struggles with the grocery store and rent and the gasoline and all that. So these things seem to help them kind of make ends meet. So, and what we do is, and I'm one of the founders of Ray of Hope. We've been in business, or been around for about 4.5 years now. So I'm one of the founders, and just back on the board at the beginning of the year, and then I become director just a few weeks ago. So
well, congratulations on that little promotion. That's really nice.
Really excited. This is where my heart is, so I'm really glad to be back. What happens is they come in, the client comes in, they fill out a form, just some brief questions, and then they come back for a class, set up a time with either a mentor or myself. We are also in Shelby County, and so we have several mentors. Great. I just met my mentors in Shelby County last week, and they are just a great group of girls. And so we have a male mentor here that's new to Ray of Hope. And he's meeting with my single dads and just doing a fantastic job. I would like to kind of build on that a little bit and try to bring in some more single dads, or just dads who want to learn more about parenting and whatnot. So anyway, we're just growing in all different directions here at Ray of Hope. But what they do, they come in, and we have videos. This was a really neat one. This is signing with your baby. And as I learned, you can start signing with your baby at 6.5 months old. Before they can even communicate by mouth and learn words, they can start signing. And you can, you and the baby can communicate with each other through signing. So that is such a neat thing. This is by National Geographic. I've had people say that they've seen that on PBS before. It's called In the Womb, and it actually goes through the process of how the baby grows in the womb. This is our discipline. One of the major, the question that most of our parents want to learn, or what they want to learn, is about discipline. And this is a video series by Dr. James Dobson from Colorado, very well known. Back in the 70s, he wrote Dare to Discipline and some others, and so he's very well known and has a
he's on the radio quite often.
He has a lot of knowledge. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So, and of course about adoption, one of the an option that might be out there for a parent, breastfeeding, of course, and the first aid, that was another one that I really learned a lot from, was the first aid for the parents. So they're all very educational. While they are looking, or while they're watching the video that's about 20-30 minute long video. Some of them are longer, but they're also, I'm handing them a sheet, and they're filling out this worksheet while they're watching the video. True and false, fill in the blank. Some of them are, they have to write a little something, but anyway, they're doing this while they're watching the video, so it's really...
It reinforces what they're learning in
Exactly. And so then there's also, along with the worksheet, there's usually always a homework page that they can take home. So with this, they get what we call, and I've lost my mommy bucks, but anyway, they get what they call mommy bucks. It kind of looks like Monopoly money. And and that's not very gender friendly. So we're gonna have to make some daddy bucks for our daddies, or just call them baby bucks. But anyway, we've got some of those, and so what they do is they get a mommy buck for making their appointment and coming in and watching the video and filling out the worksheet. And if they bring back their homework from the week before, if they've been to a WIC appointment, or they've been, different things, if they've been to church and they can bring their church bulletin from the weekend before, that all gives them an extra mommy buck. So then they can come in here to our pantry, our baby pantry, and spend those mommy bucks
on things that they need.
Exactly. Like a bundle of diapers, 12 diapers, a dozen diapers in a bundle is 50 cents. The hanging clothes are 50 cents. Shoes are 50 cents. A lot of things are 50 cents. Our quilts are $1. Some of the bigger things, the playpens and all, are like $8, $10, depending on what it is. But it brings them back if it's something big that they're trying for. Then it takes them 2 or 3 times to come back and make those mommy bucks so that they can purchase those. Just like it does, my husband and I, when we had our first little boy, we couldn't afford to just maybe go out and spend $80 or whatever for a playpen or a crib. So it took us a little bit to save, and that's what we like about what we do. It builds the accountability with the client. So anyway, that's a little bit of what we do and how we do it. We do need some mentors right now.
Do they just contact you?
They would contact me if they're interested, and they kind of go through a little mentor program that we like to do. And that's not for everybody, but if you feel like that you have a heart for that and would be interested in doing that, you can call me here at Ray of Hope at 395-8099. So...
well, you rely on donations, and you were telling me a great story about Grandma Jane.
Yes, Grandma Jane Bolton she is going to be doing for her 93rd birthday, she's going to be doing 2 Sundays worth, celebrating for 2 Sundays in a row. She says, I'm going to have a baby shower this time for my birthday. And so she says she's trying to keep up with Sarah from the Bible, who had a baby when she was who knows how old. But anyway, Grandma Jane, she's going to have twins, and she's going to have a boy and a girl, so that's why she wants to have 2 Sundays worth. And so...
one of the showers was this past Sunday.
Exactly,
and
yes.
There's one this Sunday.
This Sunday.
It's a girl or a boy?
I'm not for sure which girl or which boy is... or which weekend, but anyway, it's Grandma Jane has a lot of fun, whatever she does, and God bless her. But isn't it so generous of her to think about Ray of Hope and helping the babies, even when she's 93 years old, and it could all be about her, but she's wanting to help the babies at Ray of Hope, and so we're very, very blessed for that she's doing that for us.
Well, and you also have diaper drives, and
we do, and we have diaper drives. We have.
Are there any scheduled or in the near future?
Actually, Shelby County Christian Women's Assembly just had a diaper drive for us this past weekend. I went and talked at that at the women's retreat. My van's loaded with diapers right now, actually. And also we do a baby bottle campaign. I'm going to Caseyville Baptist Church this Sunday, or would have been last Sunday, I guess. And so when this airs, and so I'm taking about 50 bottles there, 50 to 70 bottles, and they keep them for about a month, and they take them home, and they fill them with loose change or dollar bills or checks, whatever they want to, and then we'll pick them up from them about a month later. and so we're the recipients of those generous donations as well. But that's what keeps us going here. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, we're very well blessed at this time.
So you do have some dinner coming up.
We do. October 11th, Saturday, October 11th.
Dinner for Life.
Dinner for Life, and it's at at Crossroads Christian Church. It's Saturday, 6 o'clock.
RSVP, invite only.
Yes, it's RSVP. We do need. We can only hold about 200, and so we really need you to call and either get on our website. And we have a new website. We're doing everything new these days. So Ray of Hope Care Ministries. If you could get on that website, and there's a place to sign up there, or you can call here at Ray of Hope 395-8099 and tell us how many that you'd like to reserve. Agape Cafe is doing our. They are making our dinner, and they're also plating it. And the Girl Scouts are going to help us out with serving and with childcare. And my sister Julie is going to be our speaker that night. Julie Samuel. Julie was a young sophomore, I think, in college when she found out she was expecting, and she was also one of the founders of Ray of Hope. And so she is going to speak about how Ray of Hope a ray of hope back in that time would have been a real blessing to her and her husband when they were just real young and had a new baby. So anyway, she's going to be our speaker. I'm really looking forward to that.
Well, get your reservations in now.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So.
Well, very good. Well, I guess the big news of the day is the move. You're not going to be at this facility much longer.
No, we are. I think I have carpenters at the new place as of today, and one of my other sisters is going to be painting this evening. In fact, I wanted you girls to look at some paint swatches before you left.
The lime green is really
well, we're going to do a little bit different in the pantry than the lime green. Or maybe not do 4 walls of lime green, but anyway, really excited about that. We're moving to supposed to be, our open date is October 1st, and we'll be at Harland Plaza, Suite C. And really excited. We have lots more spaces behind closed doors for privacy and confidentiality. And we have what I'm calling right now our prayer room, because we're praying really, really hard that that God's going to see fit that we get an ultrasound. And that's been one of our prayers from the very get-go of when we founded Ray of Hope. And
what's the significance of having an ultrasound?
An ultrasound is, by statistics, says that an abortion-minded girl, when she would come in, a woman, that when she would see that baby's heartbeat, and that she would be less likely to get an abortion when she can see that heartbeat or the movement of the baby or whatever. So we're really, really praying to God that we're going to be able to get a ultrasound machine really soon. So, and because we got the room for it, I'm not putting God in a box, and so we already got the room for it. So anyway, it's we're really excited about that. So, and I just want to say that I've got the best board right now. I came to them. I had just been at Lifeline Pregnancy Center a few weeks ago for a meeting, and they are actually building a brand new building. But their place that they're in now, you walk in and there's a desk, with the lady behind, and looked very professional and looked like a doctor's office. And then it had a hallway to the right and a hallway to the left, and doors down each hallway. And God just lit a fire in me that day that, we need to do something different than where we are now. I prayed all the way back to Macon. I think I stopped at every empty place there was along 63, and it was just like God was guiding me to Harlan Rental. And it was like he was driving my car, my van. We pulled in there, and when I looked in there and saw all these different rooms with doors on them, and, it was a really, really, really nice place. And so I just got goosebumps from head to toe when I saw it. So I just knew that that was a God thing. And but I had no idea that we were going to move, or and definitely my board didn't know. So when I brought that to them and said, guys, I think there's something we need to talk about. I just threw them off guard. I'm kind of a shoot from the hip kind of girl, and so I kind of threw them way off base there. But anyway, they are behind me and supported my decision, and so we're gonna do it.
So doors open October 1st at
yes.
the Harland Plaza.
Plaza Suite C, yes.
Suite C.
And
that's great.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Oh, you should be, absolutely. Sounds like a lot of prayers have been answered, and what a service that you offer.
Yes, thank you.
You can tell you're very passionate about what you do.
I've been told that before. Yeah, I love babies. I love babies. I would have had 100 of them, I think, if I could have. But I think this is, and I only had one. I had a biological son, and he's actually going to be turning 26, and then we have an adopted daughter, Hannah, from China, and she's going to actually be 18 in December. But I've taken care of a lot of babies in the past few years, and now I'm taking care of, 2 communities or 2 counties of babies, and I couldn't be happier. Just couldn't be happier.
Well, that is wonderful, and it's a wonderful service you offer, and we appreciate you sharing with us on our show. It's
well,
it's good to get the word out, and if you know anybody that may need services here, please let them know. It's Macon and Shelby counties that you serve.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we even had a lady last week that they had a rummage sale in Paris, and she even suggested that we have a branch office in Paris, Missouri. So you never know where Ray of Hope might show up next.
All
so
right.
anyway.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good luck in your move.
Thanks.
And thanks again, Debbie. The Hands for Hope team is called to serve, and although they are a small organization, they make a huge difference in the lives they touch.
Our next guest, Sharon Kennison, wants you to know about Hands for Hope and what this team is striving to accomplish.
So Sharon, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're very passionate about Hands for Hope, so first of all, tell us about what the organization is all about and kind of your mission or what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, Hands for Hope started back in 2012. I took a mission trip to Haiti and was just really shocked at the conditions that a lot of the people have to live in down there. Not having access to clean water, not having access to health care. I'm a nurse, and so that one was the one that really touched my heart the most. I also met a little girl down there that had a swollen throat that was so bad that I was afraid that she was going to die, that her airway was going to occlude. And her parents didn't have the money to take her to the doctor. You know, in this country, going to the doctor, going to the emergency room, we don't think anything about it. We just call up and we go. There they don't have that ability. They don't have the money. They don't have the access to be able to do that. And so when I came back, I wanted to be able to do a mission trip, a medical mission trip, through one of our local physicians. I met Humayun, who works with International Medical Aid. And through a posting on Facebook, I was introduced to Mickey, who runs Children's Health Ministries, and they're located in Haiti. And my niece and I went on our first medical mission trip in 2013. And it touched me in a way that I never imagined that it would happen. The people were so grateful for the care that they received. They waited hours, they walked for hours to get to the clinics, and they just wanted somebody there that would listen to them and would help them. The kids that were sick, that we were able to help, it was just an amazing, amazing thing to be able to do. So when I came back, I started talking to people. I talked to some of my friends. I got Tiffany Rollison interested in going, and we started trying to raise funds. Well, we were having a raffle drawing for an item that had been donated, and people kept coming up to us and they kept saying, who's this for? Who are you associated with? What organization? What church? Well, we're not. We're independent. And so we decided to form Hands for Hope as a way of putting a name to what we were doing. We have a website, and people can go there and they can see what we've done in the past, the trips that we have taken. We are a registered charitable organization in the state of Missouri. We have applied for a 501c3, but that can be really time-consuming to get. But we're just trying to be able to get our name out there so that people know who we are. We plan to be able to go back to Haiti once a year to do medical mission trips. In fact, we just got back in June from one. We had a 4-day clinic that we saw over 900 people and a lot of children that had temperatures of 105. And their parents don't have access to Tylenol. They don't have access to Motrin. They don't have access to basic health care. And these are people that they have nothing. They can't just get up and move to another town because they're going to move from one situation to another that's exactly the same. They're not begging for handouts. They have to have a help. They have to have a hand up to get to where they need to go. And that's kind of what we're interested in doing, is being an organization that's there to help people. Obviously, Haiti has touched my heart and our team members greatly, and that's one of our goals. But we also want to be available to do relief work here in the United States. If we unfortunately have another incident like a Joplin tornado, we would like to be able to mobilize a team for 2 or 3 days to go down there and help. Medical missions in the States are a lot harder because of government regulations than they are down in Haiti. If you took the situation that we did with our mission trip down there and you put most people from here in that situation, they would be appalled at the way we did it. We would have 3 people at a 6-foot table triaging people with translators and people standing around. Nobody worried about privacy issues. Somebody was there to take care of them. We had providers in cubicles 6 or 8 foot wide, and there were sheets in between each one of them. And people were just grateful for the care. So it's something that we can do to make a difference down there. But sometimes I think the biggest difference is made in us, the way we feel when we come back. Like I said, it really opened my eyes to what is going on in other parts of the country. We are so fortunate in this country to be able to live where we live. We have electricity, we have water, we have food. And the people that don't have a whole lot to eat, a lot of them do have access to places they can go. You know, this county is really wonderful. They have the food banks. There's no such thing down there. There's no such thing that they can just go in somewhere and they can pick up a week's worth of food. They just don't have it. And a lot of them don't have jobs. The hurricanes and the earthquakes have wiped out a lot of their businesses and such, and they just don't have it. And it's time for me, I know, to start repaying all the wonderful things that God has given me. You know, He has blessed me so much in my life. And even though we don't always think about that at the time, if you look back, He really, really has. You know, I've got a good job. I've got some friends that I really think the world of. I've got 2 wonderful kids. And it's time to start repaying what He has given me. And this is one way that I can do it.
So, and it's not cheap to go to Haiti. So you're constantly trying to raise funds, and you've got a couple events coming up that you are well, an event and a couple things that you've got going on. Tell us about how much it costs to take a trip to Haiti.
It costs about $2,000 per person to go down there. And last year we went in on Thursday and we came home on Wednesday. And that includes everything. That includes our airfare. That includes our translators, because obviously they don't speak English and I don't speak Haitian. So we have to hire translators. Transportation cost, a place to live. We lived in a very secure building, so we were safe. But we still had to get from point A to point B. And medicine. We bought every bit of medicine that we handed out that day. And we distributed more than $2,000 worth of medicine. And that may not seem like a lot, but you can buy a bottle of antibiotics down there for $1, where that same bottle here is going to be $15 or $20 or $40 or $60. And we handed out a lot of medicine to people to be able to treat what was going on with them. A lot of Tylenol. We ran out of Tylenol Motrin and had to go back and buy more because there was just so many high fevers down there. And so it's really expensive to be able to do that. And we pay for those costs ourselves. And that helps the people that we're going to help in the clinics, but it also helps the economy down there, because that money is going into that area and those translators are getting paid. So they have more money to help take care of their families as well. So it's kind of a win-win situation. It's just expensive to do this, and it's really hard to raise the funds, especially in our economy.
Mm-hmm. So you have an event coming up October 4th.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that.
We're doing photo sessions down at Rothwell Park in Moberly. They were 30-minute sessions. We have 3 photographers. We have Crystal Blackwell from Brookfield. We have Charles Fegan from Fegan's Photography down in Columbia. And we have Matthew Anderson from Anderson Photography. And those 3 photographers have donated their time to go down and spend the day doing photos For your 30-minute session, you will receive all your photos on a disc, and they will also provide a waiver so you can go get your pictures made off wherever you want to. And that is a suggested donation of $25. So,
It's not a bad deal at all.
and Rotho Park's beautiful. There's several locations to be able to go and get those pictures taken.
Fall is a beautiful time to get family
they are.
pictures or kids' pictures or.
One of our teammates, we did this last fall, and she did it and used it as Christmas presents for her family.
Oh.
And it was
great
just
idea.
wonderful. You know, maternity pictures, engagement pictures. Just grab your best friend and come and get a bunch of pictures taken. You know, those memories that last a lifetime.
So what times are that?
It starts at 9 o'clock and runs till 5:15.
Do you make an appointment or?
Yes, you can make an appointment. There are 3 numbers that you can call. You can call Tiffany at 676-6995. You can call me at 676-1470. Or you can call Diana at 651-3517.
So very great opportunity, and also apple butter. She's selling apple butter.
Yes, Tiffany and her sister Kim Miles have made apple butter. This is our second and final batch for the year. We're selling it in half pints and in pints. Half pints are $5 and the pints are $8. And we're also going to be having some pear butter. The pears just are hanging onto the tree a little bit longer than we would like.
Not quite ready yet.
Not quite ready yet, but those will be available. And the first batch went over really well. We're doing this one, and this will be the last batch that we'll make for the year.
So, and you have a fairly small group, and you're always looking for more members. So,
Yes, we do.
tell us about the organization, how often you meet, what.
Well, we try to meet once a month. One of our members has recently moved to Oklahoma, so we're working on setting up some Skype sessions. And it's more so we can bounce ideas off each other. We want to do fundraising, but we don't want to do the same thing that everybody else is doing if we can possibly help that. So we just try to get ideas of things that we would like to do that would be things that people would want to participate in. So right now we have a team of 5, Diana Bowser, Tiffany Rollison, Amanda Sykes, Lila Sykes, and myself are all the team members. And we're always looking for people willing to join our team. And that doesn't mean that you have to go to Haiti on a mission trip. So far, Lila's, Tiffany, and I are the only 3 that have gone. It's just, if you're looking for an organization that wants to do good, that wants to help, and you're interested in getting out and working with the public, trying to come up with ideas of raising money, that's kind of what we're interested in. We're also working on trying to do some presentations to organizations in the area.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
So that they know who we are and what we're doing.
Do you have a trip planned, or is there another Haiti trip planned?
We are working on one probably the first week in June of next year, back to the same location, and I would like to be able to build on it just a little bit from what we did last year. Last year we saw over 900 people in 4 days.
That's amazing.
It is. It was really a fast-paced. Tiffany, Lilas, and one of the Haitian nurses worked at triage. And if you don't think triage 900 people in 4 days with 3 nurses is not jam-packed, just try it sometime. They just did an absolute amazing job at being able to see people. They treated kids at triage with high fevers. The very last day, they brought me a kid that had 105 temperature, and she was so limp that she was just, I mean, they set her on the table in front of me, and she just slumped over onto my shoulder. She was so sick. And we got her some Tylenol, we got her some Motrin, we gave her some IV fluids, and she walked home with her mom.
Oh, wow.
So you can make a difference. And it doesn't always have to be a big one, but you can make a difference in a life. It's really not that hard to do. You just have to open your heart, and you have to follow where it leads you.
Absolutely. And you're so right. We are so blessed here. We don't even think about what we have sometimes.
And when you think about losing a child for lack of Tylenol, or losing a child because mom doesn't make enough milk to feed them. We had a little boy that they brought to us on Friday, excuse me, that was 2 months old. And he was sick and he had a fever. We gave him medicine, gave him antibiotics, and had them bring him back the next day. The next day they brought him back and he was worse. And in this country, man, he would have been a peds unit faster than you could say boo, but that's not an option down there. And so we treated him the best that we could, sent him home with his grandparents. With his mother and him lived with his grandmother. with very explicit instructions on how to treat him, how to give him his Tylenol, had sent formula, be sure to feed him, all the things that we take for granted that people know how to do. And they brought him back to us the next day. And this baby was limp. He wasn't moving. He had 105 temperature. He was dry. I mean, he wasn't drinking. He was just limp. We got an IV started in him, and we transported him to another facility that could take care of him. And the next day we found out that he had died. In spite of everything we did, he didn't make it. And when we got to talking to them, they had talked to the mother a little bit more and the grandmother, and Mom had never produced milk. So this baby had never ate. He had survived on crackers and water for 2 months. The moms just don't have enough food to eat and enough water to drink. They can't produce milk. They can't feed their babies. You know, half the kids under the age of 5 in Haiti are malnourished. And a large portion of those children die. And it's such a common occurrence that the mothers sometimes don't even become attached to their children because they know the chances are good that they're not going to survive.
So what this organization, Hands for Hope, is doing is making a difference, and it's a wonderful thing. And the website, Hope, handsforhope.com.
Net.
.net. If you want more information, or call Sharon.
Yes.
She'd be happy to help. You can tell she's very passionate about what she's doing and believes in what she's doing, and she's making a difference. So, Sharon, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Is there anything else you'd like to say before we go?
I just that everybody needs to stop and look at the life and the blessings that they have, and know that you can make a difference. It doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take thousands and thousands of dollars, a few dollars. You know, drop in a bucket when you see somebody raising something. If you see an event that's being held where maybe an extra dollar goes into an organization that's doing great. We've got so many good organizations in this town. They're doing wonderful, wonderful things. Take that extra dollar and drop it in there. You know, so you don't have a soda one day. You know, that soda will save a life, especially when it's added to others. And, you know, everybody can make a difference. Everybody can make a difference. You just have to be willing to be grateful for what you have and reach out and touch somebody else's hand and just do what you need to do, you know.
Yeah, well, it's Hands for Hope. If you see their tent out, or if you see Sharon out, or check their website out, or if you'd like to join the organization, that'd be great too. So, Sharon, we appreciate the time and appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sharon shared that education classes are also held for Haitian healthcare providers that include such things as CPR and basic hygiene. Get your photo session reserved while there's still time. Thanks, Sharon.
Fall is in the air, and that means it's time for Oktoberfest, hosted by Immaculate Conception School in Macon. Oktoberfest team members Carrie Kemker, Cindy Seiler, and Paul Lane join us to tell us more about this family fun-filled day. Well, students and parents of Immaculate Conception School have much to look forward to, as this Sunday they're celebrating their Oktoberfest. It's a great celebration, and I'm pleased to have Carrie Kemker, Cindy Seiler, and Paul Lane join us to tell us all about all the activities taking place this Sunday. Welcome. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's a big weekend in Macon, and on Sunday is your big day. And to start off, it's the 90th year celebration for the church. That is a big deal.
Yes, we are pleased that we have made it 90 years, and we want to continue.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, the festival is Sunday, starts at 11. Let's talk first about the most important thing, the food and the entertainment.
It goes from 11 to 4:30, and we do start serving food at 11 o'clock. It is in the church basement, and we are having pulled pork sandwiches and everybody's favorite chili and vegetable soup, hot dogs, you can have chili dogs, homemade pies, and then upstairs in the parking lot they will have an outside booth which has sandwiches and nachos.
Quite a variety.
Yes, and it's all prepared by the Knights of Columbus Council.
Mm-hmm. 'Tis the season for soups and chilies too.
Yes.
Sounds delicious.
Yep.
And there'll be entertainment going on all day?
Yes, there's free entertainment going on all day. There is a baby show, and registration for that baby show begins at 11:15. And then at 11:20, the first and second grade class will give the welcome and they will sing the national anthem. And then we will have Father Dave. He will provide us with a little guitar solo. And then we will have Race Truitt at 11:45. And then the baby show begins at 12:20.
Wow. And it's good to have the kids involved with the entertainment. Sounds like they're going to be doing some of the singing, and that's great to get them involved.
We will also have a performance later on in the afternoon by the Macon High School Choir.
Oh.
And then something new this year is we will have a canine demonstration by the Missouri State Highway Patrol.
Oh, that'll be neat. Do you know how many dogs they're bringing over?
Just one, Justo.
Justo. Now, is he in the Macon County area? Is that the dog that would?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat.
He's with Corporal T.J. Adams.
Well, that sounds exciting. A full day of things going on, and then we'll move on over to Cindy. She's going to tell us a little bit about games and drawings.
We actually will have games this year similar to what we've had in the past. A few new things that we're going to have this year instead include a farmer's market, which will be selling all different types of fall items, including pumpkins, gourds, mums, all kinds of decoration type stuff, as well as some fresh produce from some donations, volunteers that have brought some of that stuff into us as well. We are going to have some activities for the older kids, including the inflatables, like a Velcro wall for the older kids. They'll also have like basketball shoot and things like that, or football toss, and all kinds of games for the little kids so that there's something for them to do. All these will be set up there in the school parking lot and just across the street from there on a grassy knoll for us to work with. We're also going to be doing a photo booth this year in celebration of the 90th anniversary. We're going to have pictures that you can do in the photo booth. We'll email those to you so you get a chance to have some memorabilia from the day as well. We are going to be having a silent auction. All of these are donated items from members of the community, from families, from church members. I mean, all of these are great items for us. We're going to be having a silent auction that runs up until 2:30, which is the time of the live auction. People can come in and you can make bids on these items and hopefully bring home something from the day. We're also going to be having drawings throughout the day. There will be $50 cash drawings every half hour, beginning at noon and running until 2:30 for individuals that are present. So you have to be present to win. And then our grand prize drawings are going to be two of those that are going to occur at 3 o'clock and 3:30. These are two $600 cash drawings.
Oh, wow.
You do not have to be present to win those, but you do have to purchase your raffle tickets from any of the ICS students up until October 1st. So Wednesday will be the cutoff date for that. So please get out there if you're interested. The kids are more than happy to get those raffle tickets sold for them as well.
A lot of things to see and a lot of things to win,
Yes.
so that's
Yes.
very intriguing. I might add that Cindy's sporting the T-shirt that you'll be selling.
Yes, these will be available through Tux Tees and More. We have several different templates that they can use, and you can pick any color shirt. It doesn't have to be this particular blue, but we definitely encourage you to purchase those as well.
It's a very neat looking shirt, very commemorative, so
Yes.
that's great.
The blue is our school color.
Oh,
and white.
yeah.
Yes.
So, well, we can't leave out Paul. Paul's going to talk about some drawings and some things that are the live auction, actually, some really nice prizes in that.
Yep, the live auction, we've been out just talking to the community and trying to get support for items that we really depend on this live auction for a lot of the day of proceeds, and it's been real successful in the past, and I've been excited just that we've gotten good response from people from the church, but also just people in the community that seem to help us year after year. One of our big items, we have a gourmet pizza party for 8, okay, hosted by JP and Marilyn Hartung at JP's house. And it's also sponsored by the Pro Cups from La Plata Pharmacy and Bevere Family Chiropractic, the Fekay. So pizza for 8, and we've also got a new sponsor helper, Chris West, who's going to provide wine tasting for this event. So it's just going to be a great night for pizza, wine, JP. Those guys are awesome. So that's just going to be a great item. Another thing I wanted to talk about, we're trying something new. I met with Todd Davison, and we're going to do a private movie screening at Macon Cinema. So if you bid on and win this item, you can bring, you'll have your run of the whole theater room, and you can pick your own movie. You can bring your favorite DVD, or you can pick a movie that Todd's running at that time, and free popcorn and soda, and you just have your own private movie experience.
Oh,
so,
how fun.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. We've got a lot of sports-themed events. I've got Cardinal playoff tickets. Some of these dates are unsure, but it looks like we're going to have the Cardinals against the Dodgers, okay, in the National League Division Series. So we've got hopefully tickets for 2 of those games. Now, if that game falls before Oktoberfest, call the school. We're going to probably do maybe a silent auction or take some bids. I've got 6 playoff tickets for sure for the first NLDS game. So, and there'll be more information on that once we find out when the game is. And the Royals are hanging in there, and we're hoping. Carrie wanted me to get some Royals tickets, so I'm kind of a St. Louis guy, but they look like they're going to make it, so pretty good. Other sports tickets, we've got Mizzou football tickets, Missouri versus Kentucky, good SEC matchup. We're working on some Chiefs tickets, which we'll have. Tim Watt's got some center ice Blues tickets for an upcoming weekend game, so we're excited about that. Some other items, Todd again with Maples Reps tickets, Side and Strickers. The Gabriels made some great John Deere donations. We've got a kind of a battery-powered Gator, a kid's chair and ottoman, baby stroller from John Deere. What else? My friend Kelly, who produces some beautiful leather works, Kelly Lewis Leather Works, he is going to donate an Amish harness leather crossbody saddlebag, and that's just a beautiful item. Some of our local artists, Janice Teeter, who's a great painter, Jim Foley, master carver, David Walker, who does some amazing cork art. So we're going to have a lot of those items there. Many, many more. Outdoor furniture. Joe Hughes has donated a flat screen TV, and so we're excited about all the donations.
I am impressed.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll.
You've been working
go
hard.
Good. Yeah, a little bit. Me and my wife. I got to plug my wife and Tim. Yeah, we've been hitting it pretty good.
So what time again is the live auction? At 2:30?
2:35.
Okay.
2:35.
Stay around, yeah.
And it's all taking place right there in the school parking lot.
Yes.
Lolly Brothers, Dominic Lolly, great auctioneer, so he's helping us once again, as he has in the past, so.
And you're doing all this work to benefit the school. All the proceeds benefit the students at the school.
The school is, yeah, it's made, you know, from the parishioners, the parents, Catholic and non-Catholic, the community, the diocese, so it's all, it's a kind of a self-funded thing, and it takes a lot just from everybody. It's not a place where, you know, you can just drop your kids off and go, so there's a lot of involved parents, and again, the community has just been great to continue to support us.
And we do want to applaud our kids this year because they have set 2 goals for themselves for raffle sales, and they have surpassed both goals. So now they have set a 3rd goal. Well, they're close to that, so we'll see. But they have done an excellent job in selling raffle tickets. So I hope everybody has had a chance to purchase theirs. If not, find an ICS student and get yours today.
Very eager to sell them.
Yeah, it's great to see that they're so enthusiastic about it, as well as the parents.
Yes.
And we bribed them with pizza parties and ice cream, so.
And a movie night.
Yeah, movie night, so it's all right. It's good.
Well, it's all taking place this Sunday, starting at 11, rain or shine.
Yes.
Shine.
Praying for sunshine and a nice warm weather. So, well, Paul, Cindy, Carrie, thank you all very much for the information, and best of luck with the event coming up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.